It's all good because that was recorded.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? T. Carter here over at Datafist with China today.
Yeah, China's on the Datafist Podcast today, and she's got a hot dog in her lap. And that's not a dick joke. It's like a legit stuffed hot dog.
It's a stuffed hot dog. He's a Dodger dog.
That only lasts 3 years because stuffed animals have expiration dates now.
I know. It's on his tag, you guys. Doesn't mean he's going to burst into flames one day.
Spontaneous combustion. All right, let's get right into it. How the Datafist Podcast works now is our man Hikaru goes through a bunch of shit over the week, and I go through a bunch of shit over the week, and we take the biggest questions of the week, and we answer them to the best of our abilities. A quick shout out to Lewis because he did talk to me recently through the Datafist page, and he wanted me to talk about Pokemon Go real quick, so I'm going to take a few minutes to explain.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pokemon Go, in my opinion, it's a really good game in terms of where it is now and where it's going. It makes nerds get out of their comfort zone and meet other nerds to play this spectacular game based on geography. So I think it's a huge step, for video games, but it is going to have Nintendo syndrome, in my opinion, where no one else is going to try to compete with this because, one, it takes too much effort, and two, who's going to do it properly after Niantic. So it's going to, in my opinion, it's going to stand alone. It's awesome. And until the next big update, we don't know how big or slow it's going to get. I personally don't see any slowdown. I don't see any slowdown happening until after the first year. I do enjoy Pokemon. I just don't play it because I don't have the time for it. So in general, Pokemon's a good game. Play it if you have it, and if you don't, if it's cool. I wish, like I said, the teams don't get overzealous. And then what's cool though is I heard recently that the teams got mascots.
They revealed their faces.
Yeah, so Valor, Mystic, and Instinct.
It's actually two girls and a guy.
Yeah, and
I thought it was two dudes and one girl.
What's really interesting though is the memes behind it. Like my favorite memes are the Instinct memes because there was a meme where they revealed the Instinct guy's face. He's like, "Hi, my name is Sparky," and blah blah blah. And the meme and the girl under is like, "I must protect this stupid, this stupid, glorious child." And I was like, "Yes."
He's like that dumb kid you love so much.
Yeah, he's Billy. He's
Billy
fucking,
and Mandy.
He's fucking Billy, and I love it.
Well, yeah, he is. He's a Pokemon trainer, like a typical kid Pokemon trainer.
And I enjoy the fact that they're expanding on the universe of the game that'll help it gain longevity. So for now, Pokemon Go is great, and we won't know if it's gonna keep going until the first update. So I'll change my opinion based on the trading and battling update. So right now it's good. Go have fun, and just don't be stupid. That's all I ask. So
yeah, lots of people don't realize that Niantic, this isn't their first game that's like this. They chose Niantic because they actually have games where you can go out and go to your park or something like that.
No one fucking plays it.
Exactly.
So I was correct in saying it has Nintendo syndrome. So
Niantic.
It's a power that it has over. That's why people go to it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going.
So yeah, let's get into it. What questions and topics are we taking down this week? My big man.
So the first one is that lately, as more and more people are actually they're not doing it. It's a consideration for the pre-orders. And one thing that, people were like, hey, mainly it's the critics.
Oh, you mean the pre-order boycotts? We've been telling people not to pre-order since 2007.
No, yeah, of course.
And it's not working. And I understand why to an extent because people who are real hardcore fans of certain games want to make sure they get these games because no matter what anyone says, even if we didn't pre-order it, there's no guarantee you're going to get that game. So, and it creates a bunch of other things that have to happen in store. I do agree with the no pre-order thing just because what'll happen is you give all your money to this person and by the time the game's out, whether it's finished or not, there's nothing you can really do because no store goes, "Oh, you don't like the game? Here's your money back." Well, I mean, you don't get your money back. You can probably get store credit, but you still have already wasted $60. Yeah. It's like I'm waiting. I give all my money to China because China's gonna come in this ballin' ass cosplay, and she comes in a fucking sweater. I'm just gonna be like, "Why, China? Why would you do that to me?" I
literally paid to see.
Yeah. Okay. What the actual? So I understand the boycotts, but at the same time, some people make it worthwhile, and there's some people that deserve their pre-orders, and it helps some companies that are taking bigger risks for their fans. So it's kind of like, I think we should be more precise with it. Like, these are the companies you should not pre-order from.
Right.
If it said the company, I'm going to do it now. Square Enix, pre-order because they
always give stuffed animals and things like
Square
that.
Enix deserves it.
Yay.
BioWare deserves it.
Yeah, BioWare deserves
Not
it.
EA. BioWare in specifics. If it says Dragon Age or Mass Effect on it, you may pre-order. If it says Battlefield or anything else, Sims, do not pre-order. Activision does not deserve it. The only companies right now that get my approval will always be BioWare and Square, because they deserve it. Atlas is becoming one of the people that is starting to deserve it, because all of their anime-based games legitimately don't suck. So, we should compile a list and figure it out. But right now, I do agree with no pre-orders, because for those of you who don't understand why we don't tell you to pre-order, that it's literally the scenario I just gave you. You give your money to somebody, and then they go, well, fuck it. Like how they have those flops on, those crowdfunding sites like GoFundMe or something, where we're like, hey, I'm trying to build a spaceship, and you give them $1 million, and they're like, oh, I never said it was going to be made out of metal. Here's a paper spaceship. I hope you enjoy. So that's why, because you can. It's us saying don't get ripped off, and we're trying to make it very clear. Don't get ripped off.
Right.
And some people don't care. It's a dog, China.
It scared me.
Yeah, some people don't care, and it's up to them. Like, we can tell them all day, but if they don't listen to us, we can't really help. We can only just go, this is why you shouldn't do it. This is why you. It's like your mom telling you to fucking take out the trash. It's for a reason. If you don't do it, the house is gonna smell, and we all have to smell it. Take out the trash. So yeah, that's what I say. I do approve the boycotts, but I do believe some companies deserve it. So it's kind of a catch-22.
Have you ever pre-ordered a game, China?
Yeah.
No, I think. No, well, we've ordered them, but we've never pre-ordered them. I know we've been, said.
There you go, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there you go, guys.
Just order them after we know if it sucks or not.
Well, because we always want reviews in,
let us do our job, guys. If you're really a fan of a critic, let us play the game and tell you if it's worth your money. Right?
Which is what I'm gonna get into in a second when she's done.
What I do?
No, with your answer.
Well, yeah, we just want some reviews, because there are games that I know I want to get sucked into, and then there are games that I don't want to get sucked into. I want to know whether it's going to do that or not, or whether it's going to waste any of my time. So I don't want that to happen. I rely a lot on video game reviews before I do anything.
Yeah, and then you also want us to tell you if a franchise is going off the rails. Like I said, give your money to Square, because Square makes great games, but Square has flopped. Like the Star Ocean series to me is not nearly as good as it used to be. Like I played Hope and Faithlessness in the newest one, and they are gorgeous, but they're not good games story wise. And I feel like each game has less content, and it's kind of not good at all. So you need us to tell you that. That's why one, wait, 2, save your money, and 3, make sure these companies don't get to say, well, they're gonna fucking buy it anyway. There's gonna be no female characters in Assassin's Creed.
So what I don't like. I want to know if it's gonna live up to the first one, or if it's gonna be worth going to the second one. I don't want to just buy it and waste all this money. Games are not cheap, and then waste time playing it when I could have been playing something else that I would have liked better.
So what I was gonna say was like you said, the critics and the reviews and everything. So pretty much that's the problem, not just for consumers, but it's also for the actual critic and reviewers themselves. They'll do a review and pretty much flat out lie. But can you blame them? Because there's also the thing of getting blacklisted. And what people don't realize is that, reviewers literally pretty much all of their money is, ads, and pretty much reviewing a game.
I can't blame them. I can blame them. I can't.
I have heard of that. They're
I
lying.
have.
It's basically they're lying in fear of, hey, I can't support myself.
I can still blame them.
Right.
And people are gonna go, Jeffrey, you heartless bastard. It's because, one, if you want to say, okay, let me tell you how the business works, guys. If you're an indie reviewer and all your money comes from ads and the small website you have, all you have to do is not take sponsorship money. And if you do not review their games unless it comes in your contract and you have to. And even in those contracts, 90% of the time, a part of the contract is never going to be, give all of our games a good review. And all of you who are calling bullshit, I'll tell you, because I have a contract with several Japanese companies. And in that contract, it says, review this game on time. Do not lie, and do not release anything early. Now, that's Japan's marketing. I'm pretty sure, you're probably going to get a company from EA going, you just make our game sound great, and we'll pay you. And you got to also realize, okay, if you're getting into the business, make sure you're getting into the business. So if you know your money's going to come from this, make sure you do something else. Because, like, you can get ads from MMOs, and it'll still pay your rent.
Right.
Like, that's what I don't know if most of you notice. Most of the indie people who review games, all of their ads are from MMOs. You're going to see fucking World of Warcraft and stuff. And that's because they can stay out of the way of the line of fire of people going, you're going to review this game, we're going to pay you $500, and you're going to give a good review whether you liked it or not. And your job is to also not lie. So if you do start lying, you're not doing your job, and you're doing your fans a disservice. So I can blame you on both levels. And yes, I understand, like, you know, oh, this could eventually ruin me. Well, you can also get a regular job. I mean, come on. Like,
easier said than done. You know, we all know that.
Yeah, it is easier said than done. You're not me. Like, I'm crazy blind. This is what I do because this is all I can do, and I'm putting everything into it. But, like, people who have, like, regular eyes and legs that work, and you're a reviewer, and you're just like, oh, I can't work. Well, here's what you do. You use your review site as, you know, proof that you know how to write, and you go get a writer's job somewhere else where they'll just pay you to write, and you don't have to worry about that. You know, so it's as simple. It's people. The fear is what's stopping people from doing their jobs, and that's what sucks. And I know for sure because I grew up watching G4. You'll always hear me saying this. And G4 got a lot of money from a lot of different people saying, you should review our games and make it good. Adam Sessler probably took that money and went, this game is ass, and here's why. And honestly, they can't stop you, and they won't blacklist you, especially if you're popular enough. And if you aren't popular, make sure you don't put yourself in that position. And like I said, just find an alternate source of money, like MMO ads, or, you know, have a donate button. There's always ways to get money. And, you know, even we're going through it right now. How are we getting our money? Well, we're doing live shows and shit. So, you know, you always got to figure out where that's coming from, so you don't put yourself there.
What do you think?
No, I'm saying to avoid that kind of thing, go to more than one reviewer. And then eventually you're going to always find this reviewer is always in favor of this company, so I'm not going to them anymore just because now I know. And that is how you die, too, because eventually they're going to figure it out.
Yeah, people are going to call you bullshit.
Well, the problem is that people are literally saying, yeah, reviewers are lying nowadays.
Okay. Well, then they know that, so they have to figure out who they trust.
That's what I was going to get into next. A lot of more people are going, you know what? Like, for instance, Valve, which is Steam, you know, the reviews on that game just works completely differently. You can hear from actual people who played it, and you get to see how long they've played it. And so one of the arguments was that, hey, would you rather listen to somebody who literally has 200 plus hours on the game, or would you just listen to a guy who just got paid?
Honestly, that is also up to the person, because why did we listen to Adam Sessler? He knows how to write. He knows video games, and when he tells us,
this is in the sense of now that we know. Who?
But like, let me finish, because it's an incomplete argument so far. Like we listen to Adam Sessler because we know professionally he knows what he's doing.
No, yeah, of course,
and he's unbiased. And then we could also go to another person to go, hey, is this game good? Because sometimes we don't agree with the critic, and that's fair. But that critic could still be honest. Like Adam Sessler gave Star Ocean Till the End of Time like a 3 out of 5. I'm like, and to me, that's like unacceptable. I probably wouldn't buy it, or I'd rent it. But then I asked a friend, hey, how's this game? He's like, this shit is ballin', dude. And I fucking played it, and it was the greatest game ever. Sometimes you're just not going to agree with the critic. So like I said, it's up to the person. Yeah, you can ask your friends, or you can go to a critic. Sometimes you do both, and it really ends up, you know, depending on who you are and who you're listening to. Because I'm not going to... Sometimes I'll listen to that guy on Steam, but he could also be crazy. Like, you know, like, he's like... he could be like, Katamari is the worst game ever. I'm like, nigga, I've played Katamari. That shit's amazing. Just because you've played 200 hours of Katamari and you tell me it's ass doesn't mean I'm going to believe Katamari's ass.
Yeah, but you already played it at that point.
Yeah, but that's because I've played it. But some people can do that too without playing it. Well, they can say a game's bad, and then people will try it out anyway, and it'll, you know, their opinion will just be different. So, to be honest, this isn't a super big deal, because it's just people deciding what they want. That's like China. It's like China going into the store, and she sees a bunch of sodas, and then she sees a review of sodas on the side, and then people are coming up to China like, hey, Coke is the shit. And China, at the end of the day, it's what you choose. I mean, the reviews and the people telling you what's good helps, but at the end of the day, you know, I can tell you Coke is shit, and you pick up Coke and you like it, then my review doesn't matter anymore. You get it? So people, they just got to decide. To me, this isn't a really big deal. Like, I get, you know, reviewers lying, that sucks. That you got to do your research to figure out who you trust. That's a big deal. But the whole choice thing, that's not a big deal. Just decide. Do you think this game is interesting? Then pay for it. So, the developers can get their money. And if you think it's ass, if you bought it retail, trade it in. And if you bought it digital, tough shit. Like, I can't help you.
Now you have to learn how to love it.
Yeah.
Learn.
Like I've heard a bunch of stuff about Honey Pops. I'm gonna get Honey Pop. All right, cool.
You and Honey, I think you would. I think you'd like it, but I don't think you'd like how you'd have to go about getting them.
That's the booty?
That's what I don't think you're gonna like.
I've played a lot of visual novels over the days. When I found out Newgrounds existed, that's all I did.
Newgrounds. Free promotion now. No, but there's okay. So pretty much the critics, they're saying that because it's a push and pull of, hey, who do we trust now?
Oh, on the critic side?
Yeah, because it's like,
they should shut the fuck up.
You're lying. You're lying.
Every critic, I don't give a fuck who it is, needs to shut the fuck up. Because it's your job to gain your fans' trust. And if you've lost it, get it back. And if you don't get it back, all right, fuck it. You don't deserve the money that comes from that.
Some critics know how to word it properly.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't like this game, but if you like this and this and this, you might like this game.
My prime example, Adam Sessler. He will dunk on the games. He will have you on your ass laughing about how bad a game is. And at the end of it, he goes, you can still buy it, nigga. It's like, it's your choice. So, China's correct.
I mean, it's affecting because they're saying, well, now we're showing them, because when you buy a game, that's confirmation to the industry. Hey, you're doing something right. When really you get it and you're like, what is this? That's what they're saying, that this is one of the reasons why it's going to shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's a good thing to talk about. Like, people buy it and then they have to return it, but the money's already there. Mm-hmm.
Especially knowing GameStop.
That's going to happen. I honestly believe there's nothing we can do we can't do anything about that. That's going to happen. It's not this isn't a big deal in the movie market.
Well, that's the thing. The gaming industry is probably the only industry you can get away with this in.
No, movies can get away with it too. They can make a very faulty trailer and people go see the movie and then they're like, oh, it's a piece of shit. Well, that box office money is already there. So it's gonna happen.
Now for us to say it to them or something,
don't buy it.
Yeah, the only thing you can do is boycott, and no one does that.
But then it's too late already. Like, because then there are people that they go on there and they're like, your game was shit, and that's not explaining anything. Can't you explain exactly why it's shit?
So here's the thing. In the gaming industry, they have so many levels of Q&A. Yeah. We're not going to listen to the fans after the game's done. Unless it's a competitive game like Overwatch where you have no choice or people will leave you. Mm-hmm. So after we're done, we don't care. You could take a shit on our game all day, but you paid the $65 dollars to play it. We don't give a shit. I could release a $60 game with great marketing, and the only thing you see is a fucking geometric cube spinning, and that's all you got. And I don't give a shit because you already bought it. So, but what he's saying is like, oh, people have already bought it no matter what the reviews were, and it's too late. Well, to be honest, like I said, that goes back to something we already established. Figure out who you trust and watch them, and then also ask people who took the chance and played it, because word of mouth is the greatest marketing of all time. Yeah. And if one guy buys a game and goes, this game is ass, and he gives a decent reason why, it's, everything's going to be, gravy. No one's going to buy it. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. Like, Yakuza 5 is the best example ever. No, Yakuza in general. People in America, if you haven't heard of Yakuza, that's okay. But a lot of people have. And it's a hit series in America. Yeah, it is. It's an underground hit series, but it still makes friggin' millions because guys are going, you should play this game. How many times have I done that? You should fucking play Yakuza. And then, yeah. Like, everyone on my friends list has heard me say, play Yakuza or I'll murder you at one point, because it's a brilliantly made game. So word of mouth will always help decide a game's sales.
Well, it's because, launch of any game is probably the most important thing ever.
Yeah. No, it's not. To me, launch is important, but what happens after that is the best. Because launch is the macro buy. That's when everybody comes who wants the game, who's curious about the game, and who's going to play the game. Right. And then that's your initial fan base. You need your fan base to grow. So what they say about your game after that 24, 48, 36 hours is
crucial.
Backwards. Anyway, yes, it's extremely crucial. Like China. You know this because we all see movies. That when people watch a movie, after that first box office weekend, the people who really want to see it have already seen it.
Right.
So the people who, like me, who go to the movies in reserve, we save our money for movies we legitimately want to see or things that we think are going to be interesting. We're waiting for you to tell me if this movie's worth watching. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. That's how games work. People are going to buy it day one. They're going to take a weekend to play, and everyone's going to wait and for their favorite YouTuber to tell them how the game is and look at the comments and all that other stuff about how the game is, and that decides whether a game is going to survive or not.
Well, that's the thing. They were saying that, on launch, what the critics said, it's not there. And then basically you created a false fan base.
Well, like I said, this is kind of going in a circle where it's just like you have to figure out who you trust. And when you pay your money, and that's it. And if you don't believe it's worth it, then next time you just boycott that game or that specific company. Like I haven't bought an EA game in an extraordinarily long time. And
what was the last one you played?
A BioWare title, Inquisition. Okay, that was a long fucking time ago. And I haven't bought anything EA related, and they've made so much stuff that I used to play, but they effed it up for me. Like I used to love Command and Conquer, but they started warping the formula so much. I haven't played Command and Conquer in like fucking 15 years. So, if you boycott it, you're going to eventually get what you want because they're either going to make the game or drop the game. So it's all up to the person. You figure out who you like and you figure out who you trust, and you have a decent, game friends or people you trust online to give you a decent review, and then you decide whether you're going to buy it or not. And if you buy it and it's a piece of shit, sorry, you bought the game, you've already helped. But next time that the game's going to be a piece of shit, so don't buy it. Like, why do you keep buying Assassin's Creed games? They're pieces of shit.
Well, you don't hear anything good about those anymore.
And they're on their, 12th game, China.
Yeah, it's literally, I think, 4 or 5.
No, it's got to be 12 because they've had a bunch of spin-off side games.
I'm talking about mains.
All of them are mains. All of them go to Ubisoft. All of them go to Ubisoft.
I think the greatest accomplishment they did was create that costume. And then that.
No, I do like
the greatest accomplishment they did is make 12 shitty ass games. Three of them were successes.
They're shitty. The costumes are good. They're good costumes.
Jesus.
That made it sort of iconic, which made people stop even wondering if they were good or not. Stupid. And they just started buying the game.
I'm going to buy this game because it reminds me of the first one.
Oh no, he's broken.
I'm going to buy this. It reminds me of the
I will forever call that game series Call of Duty Swords. The formula doesn't fucking change. It doesn't. You know what makes me mad? There was that whole controversial scene where they had the French one, Syndicate, or no, it wasn't Syndicate. That's England. It was Revolution, whatever. It was French, and everyone was talking about how there were glitches, there were no female characters, it was slightly racist, the story was bad, and people still buy Assassin's Creed games.
If you want it to stop, put your money where your mouth is.
Just stop buying them. I want to play Syndicate, but I know it's ass, so I just watch YouTube videos.
I'm going to sit here and watch a guy stream it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, really. I just watch all the cutscenes. I got the story. Probably an okay story. All right, cool. I can move on to a game I actually want to play.
Well, the thing is, pretty much when it comes to games that are glitched or buggy and things like that, they're saying that...
Nope. I don't give a fuck. There's no argument that can justify glitchy, buggy games. We have so much memory. I can render China in a video game right now doing backflips, kicking the shit out of Satan, okay? And it'll be glorious. So I don't
take hours though.
It would take forever.
It would take hours. But there's no excuse, and I don't give a shit. Patching exists. You should use it.
They're saying that makes them lazy though.
Okay, yeah, fire them. Programmers.
No, just in general as an industry, because all they're doing is using patching as an excuse.
I would. Fuck it. I'm not gonna lie. If I was in the industry, I would. Why not? I mean, it saves us.
Because then it gets to where it is now.
Okay.
Then you let it die.
You have to look at it from the industry side at this point in time with everything that we're saying.
Right.
We have people that are gonna buy the game regardless. So remember what I said earlier? I could sell you a game with a geometric cube just spinning for an hour, and people are going to buy it. So why should I put in the effort to make the game awesome at launch if you're going to buy this piece of shit and I can just patch it later? If you had homework to do, but that shit wasn't due in a month, would you do it on that first day?
The fuck no.
Oh, God, no.
Exactly. And you want to know what's great about that? You're going to get paid to sit on your ass until that homework is done.
I have learned my lesson from that, though. I've turned in shoddy homework, and it makes me feel shitty. So the people who are doing shitty games should feel shitty about themselves.
Why? When you're making over $30,000 per. I would feel great.
Just because your work is shitty.
No.
That's
China.
it.
This is how amazing we are. I could make a geometric cube spinning for an hour, and you guys are going to pay me thousands of dollars. I feel great for not having to actually work for that money.
Yeah, but then you, like I said,
well, that's
you still.
I wouldn't feel great about it.
I would not feel great buying that.
My work is.
But you bought it.
I don't want my work to be considered shitty work. I want my work to be considered good.
Definitely, but you're not a company, China. You're a person with artistic integrity. You're not Ubisoft. You're not gonna release a game where a guy's face literally disappears and people still buy it.
There's like a joy in seeing glitches like that, but not on the final work. They just
exactly, and that's what I'm trying to say. So it's sad, but there's nothing we can really do to stop it unless people stop buying pieces of shit games and really take. Okay, this is what bothers me. The biggest movement in gaming history, I don't care what anyone says, is the Mass Effect movement, where a bunch of niggas would not shut up and got the ending of Mass Effect 3
They literally changed the
You
ending
got
of
a game changed, but you can't stop buying piece of shit games, or at least do the same thing and make them work for a great final product. What the fuck?
Is it a thing that people are so used to getting shitty things that eventually they're just
No.
like, I'll take it?
I doubt it.
No, because we're still in the generation of people that got ME3 changed. Mm-hmm. And they're still here. And they have more money.
A lot more money.
So I call bullshit. And we already talked about the generation that's supposed to be the frontliner. They have no money.
They
okay?
don't.
You have no fucking... This is millennial generation. The economy is fucked up. For anybody under the age of 40, you have no money, okay? Unless you're over the age of 20 and have a decent job, you have no money. And the target audience is 15 to 23, the people that have no money. So there's no excuse for anything right now.
No?
People just refuse to do the things that...
That sucks. Most of the people in my animation classes are aiming to make games. And they can't get into the industry because there are so many people who are just footed in it and still there. And these people, they're making games on their own, and they're good, and they're fun, and they could do better with a whole pipeline of people.
I suggest anybody who's really wanting to get into games, go indie, because first off, indie shows that you really want to be in the games by actually making a game, and you could get into the industry by making a really good indie. And two, you can actually make a lot more money going indie because the money pipeline stops. There's no middlemen. So it just goes straight to you. Like the guys who make Honey Pop, that dude is literally just sitting on his ass making Honey Pop. Like Honeycam is coming out. I'm probably going to buy that too. And all he's doing is like, hey, we made this dope ass game. You guys bought it. 10 a pop. We sold millions times 10. We owe nobody money. We are excited to make this second game. Like, nigga, I paid all my artists, the sound guy. Let's fucking go. Round 2. Like, so being indie is a lot better right now.
Like they say, if you can't get in, you got to make your own way.
Exactly. Like I told people I'm going to take over a PlayStation. I'm still going to do it, but I'm going to do it my own way by being a famous personality. I'm going to probably have, I have so many friends in Sony right now just like, hey, you should let me do QA for like, not QA, like community management.
Right.
Even though I already have like 5 million fucking Facebook followers. I'm just like, hey, look, and I know about business because of the struggling that I'm doing with this company. So I just fucking claw my way to the top and create a literal throne room in the tallest PlayStation building. So yeah, make your own way.
Make your own way, man.
Build a new room on the top of it, or
he's turning it.
He's turning the CEO office into a throne room.
Yeah, okay.
It's gonna be
walk
absurd.
in. It's just absurd.
Jeffrey, when are we gonna get a new Katamari game? 2032. We're gonna get the original team on it because you deserve it. What are you gonna do with Ubisoft? They're exiled.
What?
No more PlayStation games for Ubisoft. So let's move on. What's the next topic we got? Oh, your mom is here. Yeah, bye, China.
I gotta go.
China's going to baseball. She'll be here the entire time next time. We love you, China. Thank you for being on the We Are Casuals podcast. We'll see you next week, right?
Okay, see ya.
Bye. Make sure you close all the gates so the dogs will get out. Okay. All right, so what's the next big topic, my man?
Peace. The next one, I don't know if you've ever heard of ARG.
What is it?
Alternate reality gaming.
Oh, yeah. People confuse it for virtual reality gaming.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go is alternate reality gaming. Bye.
Yeah. So pretty much what you know about Sombra from Overwatch, the speculated next.
I'm not saying shit about Sombra until she's revealed.
No, yeah, but pretty much what's going around is that actually League did it too with their new champion named Kled. So pretty much in this alternate reality gaming, they didn't leave it in game. They left it in actual reality with us. They would post things in nearby PC cafes.
Oh, yeah. Alternate reality gaming's old. It's old. It's from the 80s. It's like back when people were really trying to make Dungeons and Dragons like a serious thing in the 80s, back when internet was hard. So they would make like entire web pages that were the scenarios. And you'd have to go to those websites to see what happens in certain roles. And then there was also some detective games that make you go to real websites to, look at clues and shit. So yeah, it's been around for quite a long time.
So pretty much, what do you think about it being a marketing tool?
It's already been used. It's used. The most famous example is Five Nights at Freddy's. He hides clues literally everywhere. Like in his code, in the smallest points in his pictures, in the game's description. They're just like clues all over the fucking place. So as a marketing tool, it's great, and it's hard to do because you have to get your fan base interested in it, and doing that is always going to be really hard. So yeah,
there's something right there. No,
yeah. It's always going to be really hard to get people interested in alternate reality gaming because it can easily flop because gamers are lazy. Like I mean, if you don't think you're a lazy gamer, tell me the last time you went on a gaming binge and then went, time to take a shower. Like, sometimes if you just don't feel like doing it, so you keep gaming, and then you go to sleep, and then you wake up and you go, shit, I forgot to shower. Or I forgot to eat. So we're a lazy bunch. So getting us to actually try to read stuff is super hard unless you've made it, a part of our entire experience, where it's just like, oh my God, I've got to read. And like I said, I'm going to go back to one of the games I'm always going to mention. This is fucking Alpha Protocol. Like in that, it's technically it's not alternate reality because what I'm talking about is in game, but like in order to like really progress in the game, you have to legitimately read the biographies,
right?
And all the hints. Like the game knows if you've read everything because how much time you spent there. So when it knows you've read everything, you get special options in the game that you didn't get before. Characters will talk to you differently. Like if you know a character's secret, then they'll say something to you and they probably won't shoot you in the face.
Right.
So you got to get your fans interested in it. It's very hard.
How many genres do you think should implement it? Because I know it wouldn't fit in every single genre, of course.
I think it can. All you have to do is do it correctly. I really do. I think you can, as long as it's done correctly, you can make it work for you. I think, and obviously the most obvious one will always be a mystery or thriller game.
Of course.
Where there's just like clues and the clues and the clues. But I think you can make it work for you. Like Overwatch is doing this thing where you have to try to figure out what's going on with the story, and there's literally like hundreds of theories. I'm not gonna go through all of them. I don't care. But they could do it if they wanted to, and they set up a bunch of web pages, or they tell you, hey, if you want to know about Overwatch, here's where you need to look, and I bet you there's something on their web page or in game, especially the way the characters talk to each other. You listen to the banter and you figure out the story through that. To me, it's just like, it's really hard to get people interested. Like, I don't give a fuck about Overwatch's story at this point because they're just like, you gotta figure it out for yourself. And usually I would be interested in that, but it's just, I don't care.
I feel like for Overwatch specifically, I should say, it's because it doesn't have a story mode in it. I feel like if they actually did put a story mode, people probably would spend time and look at those things. But
because that's story mode. You're supposed to get the story from the mode. That detracts from the actual that gaming aspect you're talking about.
No, yeah.
So, what you're talking about is there is no story mode, and you have to figure it out for yourself. It's like people piecing together the Street Fighter storyline before Street Fighter 4. You have to play all of them, figure out what the timeline is, and when did Ryu really get to Satsuno Hado, and what's up with Chun-Li's father, or how is Bison reviving himself each time? Piecing that together, that's kind of fun and interesting, and it keeps you in. And when you go to tournaments, even if you're getting bopped, you can at least be that guy who's like, I know the story and you don't. But dude,
I know the story, you don't.
Yeah, so sometimes it's okay and sometimes it's fun, but like you also have to make sure you're doing it correctly. Like in the way Street Fighter does it is you get snippets of story. And then you get a bunch of stuff like comics and all that stuff on the side that'll either tell you the story or give you hints of how the universe connects together. And that's how alternate reality gaming works. It's either clues of stuff or stories all over the place, and you just have to piece it together. And you also have to make it interesting enough for people to care. I just don't care in Overwatch because it's already a fast-paced game, and the places they hit the clues are impossible. It's like, hey, listen to people talk. Well, I'm getting shot at right now. And it's like, or the opening banter, when you're in and you're waiting, you're already so anxious waiting for that countdown, you don't want to listen to people, or you can't because there's some dick playing Reinhardt and he's swinging his hammer and he's making so much noise you can't actually hear the banter. Like, most people don't even know if you walk up to your ship's HUD, you'll hear one of the announcers talking and she'll tell you why you're even in that area. So, it's too much.
What do you think about it becoming more of a mainstream genre?
No.
God,
no. I already hate so many games, and having to piece together their storyline from other aspects, especially knowing that most people don't even finish their storyline in game, it's fucking shitty. Like, come on, let's go back to Assassin's Creed story. That's already just a breadcrumb pile that leads to a raccoon's nest. Why give them the freedom to say, hey, we like this so much, you should do it. Make us try to get what the story is. No. At this point, I would allow Deus Ex to do it. Because Deus Ex has a really deep storyline. And you have to play the game multiple times to get Deus Ex's full storyline. So I wouldn't mind if Deus Ex went, hey, go to this website, and if you don't take this path, this is what you would have missed on the other side. You can either experience it yourself or read it. And that's pretty cool. Because you want to hear about it regardless. So that makes sense versus these games that already suck and they get to suck less because they say the story's there, you just gotta find it.
It's like, if I have to find it, I don't think I want to. That's how some people feel. They're like, if I have to find it, I mean, like.
Yeah, some people it goes back to the consumer if they want it or not. Like I said, the best example was Five Nights at Freddy's, and that's because it set itself up that way. He's like, this game is a thriller, but there's a story, and everyone's like, wow, the story's so good because his clues were done very well, and then the story was actually enticing. Hey, a child murderer? Pretty badass, not gonna lie.
Right.
Like, I still watch fucking Game Theory, hoping that one day all of this shit will end, and I get to watch all of the game theories and figure out what the story was.
Right.
And that'll be it.
Congrats to MatPat, by the way, going up like a freaking thug.
Because he had a good idea, he executed it well, and then he stayed on point and stopped. And put as much effort as possible into his art. So, he deserves it.
So, last topic, because it's been a little minute. It started at 58.
Okay.
So, it's been about 30. So, of course, the NX.
Yeah, it's Wii U, too. It really is. I honestly think at this point, most of the Nintendo fans know what they're getting. And they're not going to really complain. I mean, let's be real. Like, Nintendo doesn't even need to make an NX trailer. They just go, here's the NX, and people go, all right, well, fuck it. If I want to play Zelda, I'm gonna have to buy this piece of shit ass console. And they don't care because they don't need to care. Their goal is, okay, do I want to play the next Zelda? Do I want to play the next Mario? Do I want to play the next Pokemon, Fire Emblem, or whatever main piece that Nintendo has? Well, I gotta buy this hardware, and that's the end of the story. It's not like PlayStation made the PlayStation Move. No one really liked it, but then they're like, well, the PlayStation Neo, you need the Move, and the Move is now the main controller. Then we get to go, what the actual fuck? But Nintendo fans are quite passive in terms of what they're getting. So they're going to be fine. I don't think if there was an uproar over the NX, I would be surprised. I really would, because, like, no one's going... I've never heard Nintendo fans go, what the fuck? Oh, this piece of... Like, even when the Wii U came out, there was like, oh, the Wii U's a tablet. We don't like it. But we really want to play Zelda, so we all bought it.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that they're also considering, the Wii U, you can use your actual TV or, of course, the gamepad that you have.
Yeah.
So what they're trying to implement since mobile gaming is coming, they want you to take that gamepad and leave your house, and you can actually play the game from wherever you are.
Hell no.
And the thing is, people were like, well, I don't want to get jacked for
Exactly. The difference between Pokemon Go and the NX is Pokemon Go is already on your phone, and no one really jacks phones nowadays because everyone has a goddamn phone.
Right.
But if you're walking around with a big-ass iMac Air with controllers on the sides, yeah, I'll bop you over the head and take it too. Sell it on the black market. I know Nintendo fans that'll pay $500 for this piece of shit. Like, seriously. But it could be, I mean, the idea is good. It's like, yeah, let's get the gamers out of the house. We've seen it works with Niantic's game. We can do it with a bunch of other games. The problem I'm having is how would you? I know your flagship games.
Well, they did say they're not using Bluetooth, that they're using something a bit stronger.
No. I'm not talking about how they're actually going to do it. Like, okay. Nintendo always figures it out. They have they have Google engineers. But I'm talking about, like, game-wise. I mean, I got the new Fire Emblem. Why would I go outside to play Fire Emblem? Like, why? Yeah. Oh, I got Zelda. Why would I need to go outside to play Zelda?
Right.
Exactly. So it's like, how are they going to implement that feature into their mainstream games and make people care? Because, like, I tell people this all the time, and I feel like no one listens. It's like, every new console comes out with this great piece of hardware and with software installed, and then no one uses it. Like, how many games do you have that use the 6 axes?
Oh, right.
Exactly. Not many of them. The 6 axes is the least used thing in the universe.
Yeah.
But it's a really good idea, in my opinion. It could really change up the way a game is played, and people just don't use it. And it's either because it's just hard to implement it into a game, or just developers don't have a real reason to do so. Right. Like the touchpad and on both handheld and the PS4 controllers, they have general use. Like, if you can't be inventive with them, they're buttons. That's it.
So what games would actually make you go, I want to actually probably buy an NX?
For the NX, from their core title, nothing. I'm not a Nintendo fan. A lot of people get mad at me. You don't like Nintendo, but you're a journalist. I'm very non-biased against Nintendo. I'll talk shit about Nintendo, but I generally like, certain Nintendo titles. I'm not a huge Nintendo fan. I play Fire Emblem and Pokemon, but there's nothing really that'll make me buy the NX. There's nothing... They would have to do something freaking grandiose. They would have to match like Xbox or PlayStation graphics for me to care enough to buy the NX, because that means I get to see Fire Emblem characters in like the best rendered quality, which means I get to nerd out when someone gets married or when someone gets murdered on my screen, and Pokemon would look like I want it to, like highly rendered, highly detailed, highly colored, interesting, 3D worlds like Pokemon on the GameCube, like an updated version of that. Right. Yeah, I'd care. But they would have to have a huge lineup for me to spend. I don't know what's gonna be like $300-$400 for the NX.
Thing nobody knows
yet. And then they're gonna have like peripheries for it, and then some games are gonna need these. Fuck no. So to be honest, it's just for me the NX is not gonna happen unless I see an entire lineup of games for me to play. But like, if you're a regular Nintendo fan, like I said, the Zelda, the Pokemon, Star Fox, Mario, games, flagship titles, you're gonna buy it because you have no choice. You want to play the updated games, and that's it. And to help Nintendo out, if they want to sell an NX, they'll make the highest, prettiest, best Monster Hunter game possible for it, and you can sell NXs like that.
Yeah, I can see that. Monster Hunter is stupid popular.
Yes, it is.
I mean, so would you prefer the double screen with your TV and your actual controller having a screen, or would you rather it go back to the GameCube days where you just have your screen and you just have your controller?
Well, to be honest, that'll be up to them, because whatever happens, the consumer's just gonna have to deal with it, because no one's gonna fight hard enough to get whatever they want. Like, PlayStation has the second screen feature, and it's a good feature. I just don't see a reason to use it, especially since it's not really pushed on me. Like, if Deus Ex said, here's the second screen feature that you can use to track your battery, health, and all your skills, and it'll take all that shit off the screen, and you can just touch to use your skills, I'd do that because, one, it'd make my game prettier, two, it'll be fun, but you would have to tell me that's possible and kind of force me to use it. Because other than that, it's just, like I said, that feature that's in a game that no one uses or really promotes, and it just kind of dies.
Right.
And it's there for no reason. So they'd have to just force people to do the second screen thing if that's going to be their thing. And honestly, if they're going to do that, then that means that whatever's on the screen better be gorgeous, because everything that does need to be there, health bars, mana bars, items, and shit, need to be on that second screen. Unless they're going to do that whole back and forth compatibility Lego, build your Lego here, it'll show up there thing. Stuff like that.
I mean, so for the last question before we go, what titles are you excited for? Just in general, for any.
You know my schedule. It's fucked.
No, I mean, but it's for them. So
okay. So yeah, like, wow. I was serious.
He said, "Wow."
My schedule is like really fucked because it's like.
Well, yeah. Once it hits the first, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super. We're done because the 9th, the 9th comes, and then I know the starting title of my Let's Plays will be, the flagship title will be No Man's Sky, because that game never ends, and I'm really excited to see what procedural generations will come through. I'm gonna be a total dick. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every ship I see is getting shot down. Then, like 2 weeks after, we have to do a double take because Mankind is coming out, and then Final, what the fuck? KOF is coming out. I'm like, what? KOF 14. And the reason why I'm really get KOF 14, I usually skip KOF, but this one looks really good. It feels really good, and it's been in development since 2012.
Right.
So I'm really interested to see how it does with all of his characters. I got to play it at Anime Expo. I got to play it, the demo. It feels really smooth and not as intimidating as its 2D sprite predecessors.
Right.
So I'm enjoying the 3D-ness. They definitely pulled back on the speed, so you can execute better, which is it makes the game feel so much more like I can play this on the couch with a friend, even if I'm not good. So I want that. And then right after, I get a break, and then on the 30th, the one everyone is gonna buy comes out, Final Fantasy 15. It'll end your life, and don't you think it's gonna be easier because you can fight now? You're gonna be grinding until you die.
People played the demo alone for hours.
Yeah, I still have both demos, and I still go through them like, I hope this somehow pays off. Like, when I go into the game, I automatically be level 20. Like, I'm hoping some weird shit like that happens. Probably not. I'll probably get like
You think they should do something special for pre-orders?
I think
they should.
They already did. There's a whole new game that comes. If you pre-order it, you get a whole new game called Kingsglaive. It's a pixel game, and I want to play it because it's a side-scroller beat-em-up, and it looks cute. I was super pissed because I tried to pre-order the $260 one like the moment they announced it. And somehow these super internet niggas were just like, I know what they're announcing. and got all of them before. I was on a wait list for months. I'm probably not going to get anything now, but I'll still pre-order it so I can get Kingsglaive. So yeah, that, and then what sucks is like a week after that, Mafia 3 comes out. So I have 2 RPGs to play that are incredibly long, an action game that can be played whenever. No, 2 action games that can be played whenever. And then a fighting game that can be played whenever. So the schedule is going to be weird in terms of what I come out with weekly in terms of the Let's Plays. But I'm still going to have a great time. I'm either going to be blowing people up in space, fucking beating the shit out of people with characters that really have an interesting fashion sense, with ethnic diversity.
Right.
Being Adam Jensen, I never asked for this. Going into the world of Final Fantasy and just really being mad at how long this game is. And then finally playing one of the first black main characters of all time in Mafia 3 and just enjoying myself. Even though he's a criminal and that's not a great start, I'll enjoy the absolute fuck out of it because, 1, a Mafia game has never let me down. And 2, that soundtrack, boy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That soundtrack. Actually, I lied. Last question. What are you going to name a world in No Man's Sky if you find one? Because you get to name your world.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I think I'm gonna make a lot of references.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna do. I don't want to be that guy who's making, here's Ass Planet 1, Ass Planet 2, because you know, that's just, to me, that's funny, but it's not fun.
Right.
It'll be cool to, like, leave an act. One of the things that's really cool about this game that may make me seem overblown, but it's still really cool. Like, you have a legacy in this game. People spend their lives going, what's my legacy? Well, you can have a legacy in video game format. So I would love to, like, you know, make a bunch of references. One, we're going to have a Datafist planet, duh.
Right.
We're going to have a We Are Casuals planet, duh. Anything we do that's named is going to eventually get its own planet. But I would love to make a bunch of gaming references like Kim Laska, Luna, Sphere, all of the Final Fantasy references.
Right.
And planets, Sphera. Name them after all the planets I've actually been to. And then, you know, sometimes just have a little fun and name them really dumb shit like Johnny Gat's planet. Planet
Johnny Gat.
Planet Teacup, Saints Row, and you know who that's for if you're a Saints Row fan. So yeah, I'll make a bunch of references. I don't want to be, like I said, I don't want to be that guy who's like, Dick Planet 5. It's just not funny to me.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. This is Hikaru here.
Yeah, Hikaru and Jeffrey the Magic Fox Clark with the Datafist Podcast. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. We kept it casual. We tried to have China on, but she left early, so we'll have China on next time and abuse her and stuff. So if you have anything you want us to comment on, talk about, news that you think is interesting, you want to hear like a legitimate down-to-earth perspective or one that I'll make absurd comedy with, you know, in the comments below or in the email us or message us on our pages and ask us a question or just send us an article you want us to read and talk about. Like Lewis sent us the Pokemon Go question, so you can do it too. Follow us, hang out with us, and stay tuned next week because next week we'll have all the information for the live show. If you are interested in seeing We Are Casuals live, yeah, that'll happen for you next week.
This is going to be fun, guys.
For me, yeah.
Well, that's fucked up. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Peace.